So if you see here, we have taken some clay soil. The day we discussed about various types of soil. So here is the clay soil. So if we try to make different shapes with it, here I made it wet a little. So here if I try to make with different shapes, yeah, I can simply do it with this type of clay soil. I can make it to any shape. So here you can see I am changing its shapes continuously. It's changing. Now you see one ball I made. Now I am trying to squeeze it and make it little longer. And so here I have made it like a long ball. So now we will do the same thing with this type of soil, that is sand. I think you know this is the sandy soil. So now in the beginning I will add some water to it to make it wet. So now I will try to make a ball with it on the shapes that I made with that soil. So that one is kept near it. Now I will try to squeeze and make some balls. Yeah, it's taking the shape, but it's very brittle. Means whenever I press hard, it breaks. So the ball is okay, but when I press it, it breaks. So that stability is not there. Whenever I press, it breaks. So this type of soil, that is sandy soil, is not that perfect to make shapes with. Here you can see whenever I pressed it broke, but in case of this clay soil, it's not breaking. Yeah. Here you can see again. So you have watched the video in that I have shown you some soils, sandy soil and clay soil. With that one I tried to make different shapes. So after seeing the video, can you answer this question? So the answer is the question was given in your book. So can you suggest which type of soil would be the best for making pots, toys and statues? This question I am giving to you. You will answer it. If you have seen the video, you have clearly understood which soil we should use or which soil should be used for making pots, toys and statues. Now we will see the different properties of soil. So in the beginning we will see the percolation property. So for that one I took one small piece of pipe and some water and inside that pipe I have taken some sandy soil. So in the beginning we will add the water. The amount of water I have taken approximately 200 milliliter. So now I am adding a little way. So if once I have added all the water, you can see the water is absorbing. This means the water is draining out. So inside the soil the water is going in. So here you can see the water is going inside. You can see, yeah, it's going. The water level is decreasing. Now you can see it's about to finish. You can see. So it is taking some approximately few seconds. Yeah, the water is going down. So in case of this sandy soil, the rate of this percolation is very high. So it's going very fast. You can see all the water is now is drained out of the soil. So now we will be doing the same thing with this clay soil. Previously we did with sandy soil. Now we will be doing with this clay soil. I am adding water, the same amount of water, and the level of this soil is also approximately same to that of soil, sandy soil. Now here I have added the water, 200 ml water, into this one. So now we will see how much time it takes to drain out the water. So it will take more time, because as we have already seen, the water holding capacity of this clay soil is much more than sandy soil. So it's not draining out. So we will wait for a few minutes. Let's see how much time it takes.
20 minutes later.
So 20 minutes later we can see the water is drained out.
Now we'll move to these properties of soil.
So in the first in these two videos, you have seen this percolation rate. So in percolation, first we have to understand what is percolation. Percolation means in the video also you have seen the drainage of water. Whenever we poured the water into the soil, the water was not there for the whole time. The water drained out, from the soil. So that is nothing but percolation. So in the properties of soil, the first property of soil is percolation of water in soil. So in different soil, the percolation rate is different. So in sandy soil, we have seen the water got drained out very fast, and in case of clay soil, the water was drained out little slower in compared to the sandy soil. So first, in this first one, in sandy soil, we have seen the amount of water was we have taken 200 ml, and in the percolation time was 1 minute. So in the video you have seen the amount of water we had taken was 200 ml, and the percolation time was 1 minute. So the percolation rate can be calculated using this one, the amount of water in milliliter in ml, not in liter or any other unit. So it should be in milliliter. So we had taken 200 ml per milliliter, and percolation time in minute, not in second or not in hours. So it is in minutes. This is the standard formula of percolation rate. The amount of water in milliliter and percolation time. So the amount of water was 200 ml, and the percolation time was 1 minute. So once we put together which had 200 ml by 1 minute. So the rate of percolation was, in case of this sandy soil, it's 200 milliliter per minute. Means in 1 minute 200 ml of water is percolating. So this is about sandy soil. So in the clay soil also we have seen. So we have taken the same amount of water, that is 200 ml, and percolation time was higher here. So the percolation time was 20 minutes. So the percolation rate in case of clay soil will be the amount of water in milliliter and percolation time in minute. So this 200 ml water, and the percolation time was 20 minutes. So that once we cancel up, we find that 10 ml of water per minute is percolating. So the rate of percolation in clay soil is 10 ml per minute. So the percolation rate is higher in case of what? Sandy soil. So it's 200 ml, and in case of clay soil it is 10 ml per minute. We will see the second property, moisture in soil. So the moisture in soil. So moisture means water. Moisture we can simply call it as water present in the atmosphere. So let's take 100 gram of clay soil and heat it up. So let's take 100 gram of clay soil and let's heat it up. So there is this, here I have drawn the picture. So this is the pot. Here we have taken this 100 gram of clay soil. So once we now we will measure it. So once we measure, we found that the 100 gram clay in it and the pot together, the weight of this whole one is 250 gram. So we had taken 100 gram of clay. That is the weight of this pot is now nothing but 150 gram. So this 150 gram and this 100 gram together, that is the weight of this total system was 250 gram. So once we heat, this is a candle or any instrument we can use to heat up this whole system, that is pot within that clay soil is there. So after heating up for few minutes, let's take 10 minutes or 15 minutes after heating up, we now measure the weight. So now the total weight of this one is nothing but 220 gram. So previously it was 250 gram. The whole one, the pot's weight, let's write it. It's 150 gram. So that 100 gram, that was 250 gram. And after heating up, the total weight of this one is now 220 gram. So the total weight is nothing but 220 gram, and we already know the pot's weight is 150. So that cannot be reduced. Means once if we heat or we do not heat, means the weight of the pot will not decrease, because it will remain constant. No? So in your homes you are using so many utensils for cooking. So the weight of those things are not reducing. That remains somehow constant. So the clay. So after heating, so the total weight was 220 and the pot's weight is 50. So now we can easily calculate the weight of the soil, the clay soil after heating. So the clay's weight after heating is nothing but 220 is total weight minus 150 gram of the pot's weight, that is 70 gram. So we had taken 100 gram of soil, but after heating up we found that the weight of this soil is nothing but 70 gram. So what happened? 30 gram, where it has gone? So from that one we can conclude that after heating 30 gram of moisture or water that was present in the soil is lost from the soil. So after heating, what happened? There was 30 gram of water was present. So after heating, that water was lost. It got evaporated out. So when we heat something, if it contains in water, it will get evaporated. That one you already know. So when we heat water, some water gets lost. So that is evaporation. So after heating, that 30 gram of water was present in the soil was lost. So we can easily understand by touching the soil also. So previously, if that soil was little sticky one, so after heating it will be a little dry. So means what happened? Some water was present which is lost after heating. So I hope you have understood that moisture in soil means in all the soils you will find moisture. So if you heat, that moisture will get lost.